In this section, I'm going to explain to you how to start off on the breaststroke. So what you'll want to do is imagine my hands being your feet. You'll bring them up, imagine my chest being your buttocks. You'll bring your legs up to your buttocks like this, and then you'll end up doing a complete full circle close with the breaststroke. Let me show you how you do that as well on your feet. It's called the frog kick. So, for example, you'll bring your heel straight up to your butt, right? And your leg is straight down. So let me show you on the side like this. And then what you're going to end up doing is pointing it out 45 degrees and then closing on a full circle. But the first thing you want to do on the frog kick is just bring your heel straight up to your butt, like that. And that's how you would start off on the frog kick for that section. I'll just show you with my feet. And that's the full breaststroke kick right there. And then I'll show you step by step here in a bit. In this section, I'm going to be explaining to you how to actually face your feet when you're doing the frog kick. So now that you have your feet close to your butt, imagine my arms, being your legs, and my chest being your butt. What you want to do is, and imagine my hands being your feet, you want to point them out 45 degrees. So don't ever have your feet straight, and don't ever have them really twisted out because you're going to injure yourself. You want them at about 45 degrees, and then you'll end up doing a full half circle and then closing. So let me show you on your feet as well. So a good example, remember on the first step, your heel has to be touching your butt. Now with your foot, you're going to be pointed out 45 degrees, if you can see that. So you're not straight like this because you're going to injure yourself, and you're not trying to twist down. You're just straight at a 45-degree angle. And then you'll end up doing a half circle and closing. Let me show you on the other leg as well. So again, for the breaststroke, you'll bring the heel to the butt, and then point your feet out 45 degrees. So both feet will be pointed out 45 degrees, and then you'll make a half circle and close. And that's pretty much what you'll do for the second step as far as breaststroke. Okay, in this section, it's a continuation of step 2 for the frog kick, for the breaststroke. And you want to make sure that your feet, the bottom of your heel touches your butt or close to it. So just like this, you'll bring both feet up, touching the butt, and then you'll go out 45-degree half circle. So again, bring your feet straight up, and then you're going to go in a half circle, close them, just like that for the breaststroke kick. In this section, I'm going to explain to you the third part as far as doing the breaststroke. So now you have your legs to your butt, and then you have your feet pointed out 45 degrees. This is the most important thing. What you're going to end up doing is a half circle with both feet at the same time, and then straightening them out to close for the breaststroke. So did you get that? So my hands are going to be your feet, right? And right here, my forearms are going to be your legs. You're going to have your feet out, and then you're going to do a half circle. So it's not straight out and then close. It's actually a half circle that you'll do. So let me show you with the feet. So for the breaststroke, right? Remember, your heel's touching your butt, your foot's 45 degrees, and then you're going to do a half circle and then close. So it's not, a lot of people make the mistake when they're first learning the breaststroke to actually go straight out and then try to close. You're never going straight out. You're actually doing a half circle with your foot because you're grabbing into the water. Let me show you with the other leg as well. So again, you bring the heel to the butt, 45 degrees, and then you're going to do a half circle and then close. So hopefully that makes sense. Remember, guys and girls, you want to make sure that you do a half circle. That's what I'm always trying to explain to people, but a lot of times we have it in our system to just go straight out. You want to make sure you do a half circle and grab into the water. And that's how you would do the third step on breaststroke. So a lot of people think that your feet come out of the water or they bend out like this. Actually, both feet are just bent towards like this. You face your feet 45-degree angles, and then you grab into the water and push them together. So again, bring your heels to your butt, 45 degree on your feet, and then do a half circle and close. So always make sure they're 45 degrees out, because that's what's going to grab onto the water. So again, here you go. To the butt, 45 degrees, open and close. In this section, I'm going to cover the breaststroke, the fourth step. The fourth step is, remember once again, real quick reminder review, your feet are towards your butt, right? And they're angled 45 degrees. And on that third step, you did the half circle. The fourth step, you want to make sure that as you're doing that half circle, your legs are straightening out, and you do a complete close. You see how my arms are completely closed? Imagine that being your legs. So you don't want it open like this. You want it complete close, because you're pushing the water, and that's what's going to push you forward when you're doing the breaststroke, which I'll show you later. So with the feet again, you bring the heel to the butt, right? Your foot is 45 degrees. As you're doing that half circle, which is the third step, you're now going to bring your feet together and close. So at the end, on this step, your leg will be completely straight with like a slight little bend on the knee. So let me show you on the other leg. You're going to do the same thing, right? So step 1, foot to butt. Step 2, 45 degrees. Step 3, half circle. On the fourth, you're going to end up closing. And when I mean close, your legs are going to come close together like that, okay? After doing the half circle. So it's just going to be like that, a full body motion, just like that. That's how you do the fourth step of breaststroke. Now that your feet are up towards your butt, 45-degree angles, you're going to half circle, open, and then close them. So always remember that. Butt, 45-degree angles, you open them, and then you close them. Let me show you with my feet. Up to the butt, 45-degree angles, open and close. And it's going to be a quick close, okay? So you open them, and then you close them. Half circle, once you're out, you straighten them up and close them. Again, it's a half circle, open and close. So you're going to feel that kind of like that push. See how they quickly go? See how it just pushes the water? So in slow motion, it's going to be 45-degree angles, half circle, close. But if you kind of snap them together, once they're fully out and extended, you're going to really push onto that water, just like that. All right, in this section, I'm going to explain to you step 5 of the breaststroke. Now this is going to be your upper body that you're going to use. What you're going to want to do is your hands are going to want to be not open-handed, you're going to want them actually closed and in a prayer position. And you're going to be like this right in the center of your chest. So not on the lower part of your chest and not up here, just right on the center. So again, closed hands, no open gaps, right? Prayer position, thumbs in like this, and then you're just in the chest. So you're going to be like this when you're doing breaststroke to start off, in prayer position. And that's step 5 when you're beginning the breaststroke. In this section of the breaststroke, it's a continuation of step 5, and it's going to be the way you're going to place your hands. So again, remember, no open hands. Make sure that they're closed like prayer position, and it's close to the chest. Okay? So when you start off doing breaststroke, I showed you how to do your legs, and you want to make sure that your arms are like this, under the water. So when you're doing it, it's going to be just like this. Okay? So you're in prayer position. This is your starting point right here. Not open hands, not out like this, just really close to the body, tight, in prayer position. In this section, I'm going to be covering step 6. So remember, on step 5, the prayer position, no open hands, they're closed, right? And right up to the chest. In step 6, as you kick, which I'll be showing in a later segment, when you do end up kicking, you're going to end up slicing into the water with your hands like this. And the reason why is because if you have your hands open, you're grabbing into the water and you're not being as effective and you're not going as fast. And also, like this, you're more aerodynamic, so pretty much you're breaking through the water so that way the rest of your body can follow. And when you kick, it's going to really give you a nice little glide, and you'll end up pushing off as you kick, just like this, and just hold it for, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds when you're in the water. And that's how you do the 6th step for breaststroke, using your upper body. All right. In this section, it's a continuation of step 6. And so now that you have your hands placed like this, prayer position, you're going to end up actually slicing into the water when you kick. So I'm going to show you here in a bit. It's going to be the full breaststroke. But really pay attention to how, as I kick, it slices into the water with my kick. And that's going to be your glide as well. So. And I'll come back. Let me show you the rest. And there you go. That's how you slice into the water. So you always make sure it's very tight and you cut into the water as you kick. In this section, I'm going to cover step 7 of the breaststroke. So remember, again, you started off prayer position. When you begin your kick, you're slicing into the water with a glide for about 3 to 5 seconds. Once that glide is starting to slow down when you're doing breaststroke, then what you're going to want to end up doing is just facing your hands, towards each other, and then doing a pull. And you're going to pull back, just like basically like an S, just like a half circle with your hands, and make sure your hands are fully closed. And you'll pull. And when you do end up pulling, you're going to come up for air, and that's when you'll take your breath, if you need it. It's up to you. But you'll take your breath for air, and then you'll put your head back in the water and go again. So let me just recap that real quick for you guys, the reason why you want to do that. So as you're gliding, right, you're slicing through the water, your head's in the water. Once your glide begins to slow down, on the 7th step, you'll face your hands towards, the top of your hands are going to end up facing towards each other. Then you're going to end up pulling, and you're going to pull like a half circle. So envision that, a half circle like this, and as you're pulling, that's when you're going to come up for air. And you're going to take a breath, okay? And that's what you would end up doing on the 7th step. And as you saw, I was prayer position. I sliced into the water. Now what I'm going to end up showing you is you have your hands like a paddle. You're going to end up pulling towards yourself, right? Pulling the water. And as you pull, that's when you're going to come up for a breath. So you'll pull, come up for a breath, and then continue your kick. All right? So this one is the 7th part where you want to make sure that this is where you actually pull. You're going to pull yourself once your legs are fully closed, so you'll look at my legs as well. So after I do my kick, my legs are closed, that's when I'm going to end up pulling myself up for a breath. So let me show you. And once again, here you go. Watch me as when I come up for air, that's when my legs are straight. And when I go into the water, that's when they're kicking. Okay, and this is step 8 of the breaststroke. So remember, we just finished having our hands, the top of our hands facing each other, and you're pulling. No open hands, remember, because when you have open hands, you're not grabbing any of the water. So you want to make sure they're closed. You're coming in at a half circle, and on step 8, you're going to quickly come back in a prayer position, and you're going to get your feet ready to kick, okay, on step 8. And so you're going to get back right here. You just finished taking your breath of water, so let me show you a quick little picture of how that would be. So you just finished doing step 7 with the glide, right? Step 8, your head's in the water. As you're doing the half circle to pick yourself up and pull yourself, you're going to take a quick breath, and then you're going to come back to prayer position on step 8, okay, with hands closed and right here by the chest. And you're going to get ready for your kick. Let me show you real quick on the kick. So as you're in prayer position on step 8, your legs should be out like this at 45-degree angles, getting ready to kick. And that's how you would do step 8. So after you finish pulling, taking that breath, the trick is quickly come back into prayer position. So in order for you to quickly come back into prayer position, a lot of mistakes people make is you come too wide. You don't want to come too wide. Stay within shoulders. So when you pull right here, you can quickly come into shoulder, into prayer position, right to the chest, and then you'll, again, slice into the water. So again, remember, once you're pulling, you come up for that breath, you want to quickly come into prayer position and then pull into the water. Okay, now this is the last and final step for breaststroke. And actually it may seem like the first one, but it's both. All right, so you have the length of the pull, right? And you're doing the full complete breaststroke with your upper body arms, prayer position, and then you're doing your legs as well. When you get near to the end of the wall, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to end up making sure that you're ending on the breaststroke like this, gliding to the wall, and then once you touch the wall and grab onto it, then you're going to come up for a quick breath, and then you're going to position this arm like this and angle your body out like this. So you grabbed onto the wall, you quickly throw this arm into the water like this. So you see how it's just like it goes a complete 90-degree angle, but your hands are closed, right? And it's going to go straight like this. You position your body like this, and then you're just going to push off the wall. When you push off the wall, this arm is going to follow through like this and make sure that they both meet like this in the water, and then you're going to turn your body, you know, about 45 degrees, so that way your face and your head and your arms are completely parallel to the floor, and you're looking straight down, and you just pushed off the wall, and you straighten out your entire body with a glide. And you hold it anywhere from about, it depends, 3-4 seconds to about anywhere from 6 to 7 seconds. And the longer you hold it, if you did a good push, you're going to really get a good glide, and you're going to be up on everyone else when you're swimming. As you come into the wall, right, with the glide, you'll touch, and then you're going to grab with one hand, whether you're right or left. You're going to bring your feet, both feet, towards the wall at an angle like this. This arm is going to be pointed out, okay? Hands closed. And then you're going to, when you push off the wall, you're going to bring this other arm right over across. And as you push, you're going to rotate your body like this and glide for a little bit. And then you'll come with a pull. And then you'll start on your breaststroke. So watch me. So here we go. I get to the wall. I quickly bring my hand in, bring my body to the side, and then just go. But if you guys noticed, just that push alone, I was able to go halfway through the pool. So that's why it's very important that you get that correct. And that's it. That's the breaststroke.